Excuse me. Apologize, I got this cold going on here. First, I want to start off with thanking the athletic department as well. Ms. Hambros actually putting up with me a lot. I know you're new to the sport. We're always trying to push the edge a little bit, always want to do something a little bit different. Thanks for listening, for some of our suggestions and helping us. Grady, you saw a ton of my guys, more than I wanted you to, but appreciate all the help you gave them, especially the updates. Mr. Wilden, Mr. Duplessis, who built the extra stall in our locker room, which was a huge addition. It was fantastic. When I look back on this season, this was a great season. And I say that because considering how many kids left the program at the end of last year, whether they graduated or they chose not to come back, and how many new guys we had to bring in just to have a competitive hockey team here. When it's all said and done, the team finished 13-12-3 overall, 11-12-3 in league. 9 of our opponents are playing today in the New England tournament. So we play a very challenging schedule and we're on the road a lot. Some highlights, we're the Maine Prep Cup champions, excuse me, runners-up in the Weeks tournament, which is a tremendous tournament down in Tabor Academy. And up into the last week of the season, we had a legitimate shot at making the playoffs, which if you were to ask anybody at the beginning of the year, anybody who follows prep hockey in New England, they would have written us off. They wrote us off all the way. And I couldn't be more proud of these guys. Probably what's most enjoyable for me, though, is this locker room. This is probably, well, let me back up. I've been very, very fortunate. I've coached some great teams, and I've coached some great players, but I've rarely had a locker room like this. We had humor. We had some decent taste in music, but not bad, right? I had statistically the smartest kid in my locker room. We had talent, we had hard work, we're competitive. There was times we crossed the line a little bit in the games that got us in some penalty trouble, but you know what? I want my players competing that hard, and that's all right. I never had to ask my guys to get on the ice. In fact, more often than not, I had to ask them to get off the ice, which is, you guys know what I'm talking about, which I think says a lot about the guys we had in the program we have. So I couldn't thank you guys enough. Thank you very much. On to our awards. Our MIP, selected by our players, and we had a lot of guys who had a ton of votes for this award because we just had so many kids, so many players step up and just really fill in the gaps where guys are injured. But this one particular player really started the season off kind of finding his way on the roster and figuring out where he fit to becoming someone who played a lot because we needed him, but more importantly, became dependable to fill in when we needed him to fill in. Our MIP this year is Cam Knowles. Our MVP, again, selected by the players. A lot of people had votes for this award as well, which I think, again, is a really good indicator for what kind of team we had. Again, someone knew the school, someone I knew we were going to be leaning on in a lot of ways to help lead this team. But as the season went on and this player got comfortable not only in his role in the team, but also the caliber of play at this level, they took off. They went to another level, and more importantly, became such a strong leader for us, and it really helped our team captain a lot and some things that needed to be dealt with. And I thought he did an outstanding job. This player finished the season with 19 goals, 9 assists for 28 points. Assistant captain Liam Walsh. And our coaches award, this is we talk a lot about this, and and when Coach and I are you know, on the road, we're having breakfast, whatever. Oh, we talk about this kind of stuff all the time, and it, you know, sometimes names change and up, but this one particular player always comes up. Again, for all the things they do in the locker room and on the ice, but for me, also helping my transition back here to Kinsale and making it so easy, and helping me understand what the school is all about now and what the hockey program is all about now, because it's different than when I was here before. I couldn't be more thankful to know this person, Drew Gardner. Thank you.